Hello everyone, in this video I have scrapbook process number 85, I think, to share with you. This is another project with Paige Evans' Turn the Page. I am trying so hard to get through a decent amount of this collection because her new collection, Whimsical, will be arriving on my doorstep at some point soonish, I hope, and I still have so much of this one, which is from like a year ago, because I did kind of hoard it, I will admit. But yes, I'm starting this layout, as you can see, with a white background and going in with some Nouveau embellishment mousse in the colour spring green, I'm going to say, and this Kaiser Craft stencil, which I think is called Tribal Stripes, Tribal Strips, Tribal, something like that. And I'm going to go all the way down the middle of the layout with this and do it across the bottom as well. And I'm just drying in between stages of putting the stencil down, because obviously when I lift it up and then put it back down again, I don't want to smush what I've just done. So that's why you keep seeing the heat tool crop up. And here I am doing the bit at the bottom as well. And I decided to have them the arrows facing opposite ways at the bottom here. You can just see my picture peeking out at the top right there, and you can see there is a little sign in the picture that says Crossroads, which is kind of the title of this layout, and that's why I chose to do this with the stencil, kind of like the Crossroads effect kind of thing. I am going to cover up a lot of this stencil because it is kind of kind of reminds me of kind of like a boyish layout, like a race car kind of thing, but I am mixing that with lots and lots and lots of pretty colours and girly things. So yes, going in with some Distress Oxide and the packaging technique. I'm going to use some squeezed lemonade, and I think I'm going in with spun sugar. I didn't completely dry the squeezed lemonade before I put the spun sugar down, and it created this really pretty corally orange colour, which isn't usually my go-to colour, but yeah, I really like the way it looked. I'm just chopping down my picture a little bit because it was printed 6x4, and I really struggle with 6x4 photos. For me, I just find them too big and clunky to deal with. I really struggle with them. So I'm just cutting it down a little bit and backing it with just a layer of white paper or cardstock, don't remember which I used, and then a layer of pink and a layer of yellow papers from this collection to match the Distress Oxide smooshes I'd done in the background. I decided, however, that I wanted a little bit more pink, so I think this is a different pink oxide. I'm not sure. I think it's the worn lipstick one, and I'm just splattering on some of that as well, just because, as I said, it just felt like there wasn't enough pink, and there wasn't enough at the bottom of the layout either. Here I am going through the Project Life kit that this collection came out with, like sometime after the collection originally came out, because obviously I love this collection so much I had to get the Project Life kit, even though I don't actually do Project Life. Moving on, I've chosen a couple of cards that I want to use, and then this big 6x4 one, I saw the tag shape and I really liked it and thought I would use it in this layout. So I've just cut out that tag shape. I am punching a hole in it, and then I'm going to find some ribbon just to put through the tag, because you know what I'm like, I can't have a tag on a layout that doesn't have twine or ribbon or string in it. It just hurts me if a tag doesn't have that. That ribbon there, that organza ribbon, I bought it from the range ages and ages ago, and it was like £1, and it's got 4 different colours on. It's really thin, it's maybe like 4mm, but it's fabulous, and it has lasted me so long. So I've chosen 3 colours, the pink, the blue, and then just sort of like the goldy colour. I did accidentally, when I put the ribbon through, accidentally rip the hole in the tag a little bit, so I'm going to have to go back and cover that up later because whoopsie. And then I did go around with the worn lipstick, I think. Again, might be right, it might be the raspberry one, I think it's lipstick. Whatever, all the right information will be in the description box. You know me, I can never remember the right colours when I'm actually doing the voiceover, but I went around that tag with the Distress Oxide. And then I am propping up the whole thing on some foam, 2 layers of foam, because this is going to be a really busy layout. So going through the ephemera pack first, just to choose a couple of bits to use there. And then that tub, you can see me pulling things out of there. That is lots and many fussy cut items from this collection. That's about 3.5 papers worth of fussy cut things. So I've also got birds and coffee cups and coffee flasks in there. I'm not going to use those. I'm just going to pull out all the butterflies and all the florals and use those. So I've just pulled all of those out and divided them into a flower pile. and a butterfly pile, but I'm just going to add these little bits from the thicker pack that I wanted to add, because I really wanted to use that take the path least taken thing, because it kind of matched the Crossroads sign in the photo. The photo, by the way, is of my mum. It's kind of one of those photos that looks like it's really deep and meaningful and stuff, but to be honest, she just sat on the bench because she needed a rest, and I was like, oh, that sign and you in the background, that'll make an awesome picture. So it was really just a picture for the sake of taking the picture rather than actually meaning anything. But again, the little Crossroads sign that comes in the collection I thought would go quite nicely with the photo. So that's kind of why I'm doing this layout, just because they go together. Again, no real deep meaningful reasons kind of thing. But I also wanted to add that, by the way, you're pretty great, because it's my mum and she is pretty great. So I have just used some washi to put the little strings, the ribbon from the tag, to get that out of the way because it was annoying me. And then I'm going to put flowers and butterflies everywhere on the layout, all coming down that vertical strip I've done, and then also on the horizontal as well. And I'm going to start by putting all the flowers down one by one and then do the butterflies. I think I did a couple of butterflies while I was doing the flowers, but it was mostly all of the flowers, then all of the butterflies, and the leaves as well. So all of the flowery leafy bits are going down with tacky glue, and then all the butterflies are going to go down with a glue dot, I believe. So yes, I have cut obviously quite a lot of this out because it did take me a while and it would be boring to watch me do the same thing over and over and over again. But there we go. So yeah, the butterflies going down with glue dots just because it gives them a little bit more dimension. If you put the glue dot in the middle of them, it means you can bend the wings up to kind of look like they're in flight or whatever. So yes, and as I put butterflies down, it kind of helped me realize where there needed to be more flowers kind of thing. So I'm kind of going back and forth, and yeah, just there's no real pattern to it, I suppose. As I said, they're on the down and they're on the across, but I just kind of went for it and went for where I thought they looked good, really. So yes, that's where all of those are going down. And what am I going to do now? This is the 6x6 pad, and it's got this paper with all these little sentiments and phrases and speech bubbles, and I'm just going to cut one of those out and use that to cover up where I ripped the tag accidentally, and I'm going to put that down there. It looks a bit awkward, but at the same time it kind of looks like that little snail is saying the thing, don't you think? I added the snail, by the way. I know it seems a bit weird, but kind of a little joke due to the fact that my mum is a very keen gardener. She loves gardening, and every spring and summer it gets kind of hilarious because she has this war on slugs and snails in her garden, like this all-out pure hatred she has for these slugs and snails that are eating all of her flowers and plants. So it was kind of put there as kind of a joke to the fact that my mum really, really, really hates them, even though snails can be kind of cute. But anyways, put some of the washi on the photo because I just wanted to include that strip from the thicker pack that's got like those little butterflies on. I just thought that was really pretty. And now I'm going to go through the Paige Evans sticker book and just add lots and lots of pretty things. A couple of hearts, a couple of little flowers. There's a little tab there I've put above the photo that says happy. Just, you know, it's a cute, busy, fun, colourful layout that I kind of just created for the sake of creating it, just because I really wanted to use this collection and enjoy myself. And yeah, I'm just going to finish off with some splatters. This is Heidi Swap Colour Shine in blush and in gold, of course, and then I think I'm going to do something else and I've completely forgotten what it was. We will find out very shortly. So yes, just adding a few little splatters of that. I thought I'd add the blush ones just to add a different colour effect kind of thing, rather than just the gold. It made it look more natural, inverted commas. Oh, this is what I do. I add Nouveau drops. Of course I do. I should have known that was what I was going to do. So I'm adding Nouveau drops in apple green and gloss white, I believe. And that, I think, is the end of this layout. So yes, there we go. I am finished. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you shall be seeing some close-ups right about now. As I keep saying, when I create with this collection, it is an older one, so it's a little bit harder to get hold of, but I will provide any links that I can find, and then of course links to the things like embellishment mousse and Nouveau drops and stuff like that will all be available in the description box below. Please leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. I would really appreciate it. Chat to me in the comments, and yes, okay, I'm going. Thank you so much again. Bye bye.